Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hello everyone. Today I will present my task in this subject. My name is Norazan bin Rahman, student from Open University Malaysia, Kuching Learning Center. Intercultural communication is one of the most important aspects in today's world. In fact, intercultural communication is needed by this world in order to ensure that this world can be operated smoothly. Without intercultural communication, people from different cultures and social groups cannot interact with each other, making any type of information and message delivery to be impossible between people from different cultures and social groups. Although intercultural communication is important to the society nowadays, there have been some challenges which makes intercultural communication to be difficult on a local and global scale. The first challenge that is faced by intercultural communication is the language barrier. In this world, people speak various languages such as English, French, Italian, and Japanese. Due to that, people have different way of talking. Some speak in English while some speak in German and some speak in French. These linguistic differences, which is caused by people coming from different language, background, and dialects, it causes people to find it difficult to find the same ground in communication aspect. This language barrier issue in intercultural communication is normal on an international level as people from different countries will definitely means that they have different language in their use. The next challenge faced by intercultural communication is different communication style. Different communication style is something that is quite challenging for intercultural communication. Intercultural communication involves communication between two or more different people from different culture and social groups, which means that they have their respective style of communicating and might be different from others. As an example, some white Americans typically consider raised voices to be a sign that fight has begun, while some black, Jewish, and Italian Americans often feel that an increase in volume is a sign of an exciting conversation among friends. The third, the third challenge would be racism. Racism can be translated as prejudice, discriminations, or hatred directed at someone because of their color, ethnicity, or national origin. The reason why is because racism would prevent people to accept the opinions of others who they deem not worthy for their skin color or their ethnics. And as an example, the white Americans usually have the mentality of white supremacy, where they always thought that they are always better than the black Americans. While this type of mentality exists, it would be hard for intercultural communication to be established as one side always told that they are better than others and does not value any of their opinions. Malaysian use intercultural communication in many ways, and they also use intercultural communication to be effective. Intercultural communication between Malaysians can be seen as a very effective as they would use Malay and English language for most of the time in communication. This makes the intercultural communication to be effective as Malaysians use one single language that it understand sorry one single language that is understood by all when they are communicating between themselves. As an example, when a Malay and Chinese go for a breakfast together, they would use Bahasa Melayu to have a conversation as that is the language that is understood by all. Intercultural communication between Malaysian can also be measured by the strong sense of unity among themselves. Malaysian people emphasize very much or multiracial unity among themselves, and this includes in understanding the culture of other races, such as how they speak, what are sensitive to them, and how they would react in discussions. As an example, the style of communication in Malay race delicate and softer, while Indians' way of communicating is loud and sometimes can be misunderstood as rude. However, learning the way of communication for every race makes the incultural communication to be effective as Malaysians would learn on how people from different races will be communicating, thus making sure that there will be no misunderstanding among people, which will lead to an effective in-cultural communication between Malaysians. Effective in-cultural communication can also be seen through the Malaysian government of administrating the government. Malaysian government always use the language and communication style that is easily understood by all the Malaysian in administrating the country. Announcements would be made in Bahasa Melayu, which is a language that is understood by all Malaysians. This would help the message to be easily delivered among the Malaysians who are made of multiple races in all aspects. As an example, the use of Bahasa Melayu in COVID-19 pandemics. This would allow all Malaysians from all races to understand completely the information that is important during the pandemic, which just shows how effective intercultural communication is in between Malaysians. All in all, the intercultural communication allows people to be more efficient in communicating with people coming from other cultures and social groups. Thus, it is important for people to learn intercultural communication skill to ensure a better communication can take part with other people. Several strategies would also need to be implemented to ensure that intercultural communication can be done in the near future. So that's all. Thank you very much.